Welcome to Agility. My name's Brendan, and I'm here to show you around a bit. When you start your Agility free trial, you'll get your very own instance that will look something like this. No need to install anything. Everything is browser-based. When you first log into Agility, you'll see your homepage, and in the top right, you'll have your consumable components, so you can keep an eye on your usage. Here, you've got your global search, which will search through your content, pages, assets, settings, models, etc. Next to that, you have your help section, and if you click into this, you have quick access to resources, the option to leave feedback, as well as the option to access our live chat. Next, you've got your notifications. Then you have your settings section, as well as the option to manage your instances and profile. Along the left, you have your favorites, so you can quickly find the content and items that you frequently access. And below that, our navigation is broken into 3 sections. The top section, you'll find your pure headless content. So you have your content section, as well as your assets. Below that is web experience, where you'll find Web Studio and pages. And then for anyone with manager level or above, you'll have your models and reports. In the content section, you have 2 different types of content. So you have content lists, which are containers of content that are all using the same model and fields. And you also have individual content items as well. So you have basically anything that doesn't require an entire container of like items. So a site header, for example, you only need one of. Clicking into blog posts, we can see some example content items. So we can click into this one here that's currently in staging, and we can see a blog post that has recently had some changes made to it. So here you have a title field, your URL slug, a date. You also have a blog category, which is actually linked content. So it's pulling from a list of categories that you can find in this blog categories content list. You have your image, and then you have your rich text here at the bottom. And then along the right, you can leave comments to interact with other people that you work with, manage your SEO, see properties, and even version history. The next section we have is assets. So here is where anything that you upload to Agility will live. So it's going to be your images, videos, files, etc. Here we can go in and we can see the logos that have been uploaded to this particular instance. And then below that, we can see the different photos that have been uploaded to posts. And you have access to your recycle bin here as well. The next section we'll look at is pages. So we can go over here to manage the actual pages of your site. This page tree will represent the sitemap of your actual website. Here you can see our homepage, blog posts, our about page, and a contact page. Editing and managing pages in Agility is super easy. Clicking into the homepage, you can see this main content zone. This is basically where you can drag and drop different components or blocks to design and manage your pages. Clicking Add Component will bring up our library of available components. And these are just like content items. So they're basically empty content blocks that you can drag and drop an infinite number of times and rearrange to create your pages. For example, I already have a 2 text block with image components here, and I could always drag over a heading component if I wanted to add a heading to the top as well. Once it's added, I can click Done, and then I can click into that to actually fill out the fields and add a heading. Then I can hit Save, and I can always hit Preview if I want to be taken in to Web Studio to actually view the content. So now we can see this is a heading up top. This is one block. Below that, we have a text block with image and another text block with image. If we click into that, we can see the tagline and all the different fields, the title, the image that's being used, etc. And we can make changes here as well and see those in real time as we have Web Studio hooked up to our website. When you've dragged and dropped your components, you've designed your page, added some content, previewed it, and you're ready to publish, all you have to do is click Publish here, and it will be automatically published to your website. The last section we'll look at here is models. So you might be wondering how all of these content models in these fields are created. And that's typically done by a content architect before you even get into and start using Agility. On the left-hand side, we can see the model section. We can then click into content models, and we can click into a post. Here you can see the different fields that make up that content model. To add additional fields, all you have to do is go to the field library on the right-hand side and drag and drop the fields to create the structure of the content that you're building. To learn more about content modeling, architecture, creating and editing content within Agility, we have additional videos on our YouTube page or within our Agility Academy that can help with those things. This free trial not only allows you to try managing and creating content, but also gives you the opportunity to test developer tools and integrations as well. From the settings section of Agility, you can navigate over and see the additional sitemaps that you have, manage your locales, and you can even go down and manage your API keys as well. Here you can see the default fetch and preview key, as well as click Explore the REST API, where you can test different API calls. Everything is ready for you to use and start playing with out of the box. There's zero commitment or risk, and you have full access to our technical support team should you have any questions. As you can see, the trial gives you access to a typical Agility environment, but if you do want to learn more about the different packages that are available and how they can be tailored to suit your needs, you can reach out to our sales team and even get a personalized demo. Hopefully you found this helpful. If you have any other questions, feel free to check out our resource center at agilitycms.com/docs or our free Agility courses at academy.agilitycms.com. Bye!